here is a man who Linda spoke about briefly last night, a very important man in my life, Colonel Phillip Corso. In 1957, Phil found himself in a very strange situation. He was in a cave in a canyon in New Mexico. He had been investigating an otherworldly crash device of some kind and now found himself face to face with a translucent entity that was standing in the cave. The glow, I think, as I recall, had drawn him to go there to see what was inside. The entity asked him telepathically if he would grant him 10 minutes radar free so he could leave in the device, which was intact on the ground nearby. Corso replied, 10 minutes can be an eternity. What do you offer? And he received the most important single sentence that has ever been said in the whole experience to anybody. A new world, if you can take it. You guys, can you take it? You're gonna take it. You gotta do it two ways. You gotta get out there and you take it, and you gotta bear it. This is the next step for this species. That's what he brought, what Phil brought out of that cave. Well, how do we take it? By sitting passively, waiting for something to happen? Oh no. People can meditate and in that way cause a light to show up in the sky. You've heard about that, and some of you have probably gone to those sessions where they do it. Then they look up at the light, pay perhaps a facilitator a nice fee, and the light goes out. Why didn't it come closer? Why didn't it engage? If ever there was a question essential to our future, that's it. Over 18 days in July of 1952, such lights appeared in Washington. We, yesterday morning, heard a wonderful lecture about another situation in New Mexico where such lights appeared, just about the same time in the early 50s. They were seen by thousands, tracked on radar, but nothing happened. Why not? They were talking to us and we weren't saying anything back. We need to create our side of the conversation. This is the beginning of taking a new world. When they talk to us, we need to respond. And they are talking and have been for a very long time. This is the UFO that was hanging around in my neck of the woods when I had my close encounter in 1985. This actual picture was taken up in Brewster, New York in 1984. This one showed up in Scotland a couple months ago. This one showed up in San Diego 2 weeks ago. This is taken outside of an airplane, from an airplane. They're here. This is the type of UFO that I associate in my mind with the richest form of encounter. Whoever they are, or whatever they are, they are here now, ready to do a lot more than show up and wait, then depart. We can engage with them, but it's going to take a deep change of worldview, effectively a change of being, to take what's on offer. I want to take it, and I think we can. But it's going to require a very profound change, at least among this tiny band of us. Those of us who are turned toward this experience instead of either ignoring it or turned away from it. We're going to have to stop waiting. It'll be hard, but it's possible and it's essential. The stakes are not small. If we don't do this and stay the way we are, there are a lot of risks. To open yourself, heart and mind and soul, to the visitors is a hard, very hard thing to do. Look at what Linda was talking about last night. This is not all sweetness and light. It's not all sweetness and light on the savannah in Africa either. If you're a wildebeest, you got to be aware of the fact that the lions get hungry. And it's on a much more subtle and complex level than that. But not everything in this experience is something we are going to want to embrace. It may want to embrace us. To take this new world, we have to face ourselves in our truth. That's even harder. When I was with the visitors in 1985, I screamed like a terrified animal. They had a machine repeating the phrase, "What can we do to help you stop screaming?" in this soft voice. One of the things would have been to turn off that machine. I realized later that this had happened because even though we are social creatures at ease with one another, we're not wild. We're all tame. We're tame to each other. We've tamed animals. Dogs are tame. Cats are tame. Horses, some cattle. We're not tame. And when we show up, when someone from outside of our context shows up, you'll find that, gee, I didn't realize this, but I'm a wild animal.